If you could only use one pen for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Let's be honest, that question is too hard for me, so instead I came up with my top 3 most used pens of 2021, and I'm going to share that with you at the end of this video, but first, let's talk about the gift guide. Hello lettering friend, I'm Sarah from Ensign Insights. Let me share with you my 2021 hand lettering gift guide, including my favorite pens, paper, notebooks, and of course, I wanted to include my book, Hand Lettering for Beginners. However, I have some bad news. You cannot get my book on Amazon until January, which means you can't get it for Christmas. It's out of stock on Amazon because actually Michaels wanted to sell my book in their stores, and so that sold it out completely, which is great, right? Very exciting. I can't believe my book is in Michaels. That means that it had to go to a reprint. So at first I was really frustrated, and then I found this one place that I'm about to show you, which inspired this whole gift guide. And I have all of these in a nice downloadable guide if that is more helpful, so you don't have to pause and play the video. You can just go download that. Let's do it. Have you heard of Blick? It's an art store. It's a physical store. I've been to the one in Seattle. It's really good online also. It has everything you need. I personally love shopping here because you can get individual pens, so I like to just sample a bunch of individual pens, and if you spend $45, you get free shipping. Let me show you what I would recommend. If you're just looking for the most basic, then I would say get my book, and then tracing paper. I haven't noticed a difference between the brands. And then these are the Pentel Touch brush pens, and Blick does have both of the color packs. I really love the new colors, so I highly recommend them if you don't have them yet. And these Pentel Touch brush pens are small brush pens, so if you don't like small lettering, you may not like these. Next, with small brush pens, of course, the Pentel Touch, and then Blick also has the Tombow Futonosuke and then Zebra Funwari, and these ones honestly are very similar. All of them. These ones are soft tips, and then these ones are hard tips, and these ones are a little bit in between, probably harder than these ones. And then if you're looking for a really unique type of small brush pen, I really like these. This is the Marvy Le Pen Flex. And the brush tip of this one is just really different from the other ones. It feels really bouncy. I really like these ones. However, I do mostly use the pastel colors more than the darker colors. See, they're not as rainbow as the other pens, but I really love the brush tip. Next is medium brush pens. So these are Edding brush pens. I really like this brush tip. It's nice and bouncy. You could get the whole set, or you could just get one to try, see if you like it. And then next, Faber-Castell brush pens. I really like these ones as well. These are the Pitt Artist brush pens. And next, the Kuretake Furubiori. I really like these ones. And look, some of them are still in the packaging, because I wanted just a few colors, and that's why it's so great when you shop at Blick. You can just get a handful of colors to fill your cart. With these ones, I have heard from people who have tried Tombow and had a really hard time with them, and then they went to these ones and absolutely loved them. They're the kind of pens that make you feel really good about your lettering. Oh, and they also have metallic colors. For large brush pens, of course, Tombow Dew brush pens. This is my whole collection. I've just gotten random colors here and there that I like because I don't use these ones as often as other pens, and so I just get the colors that I like. Next, Ecoline brush pens. These ones are really soft tip, but it's basically watercolor in a marker, and so they're super juicy. I only have this amount because I don't prefer the soft brush tip, but they're really nice, really good quality. And next, these ones are the Winsor Newton watercolor markers. You can't get the brush markers. They're different. They don't work very well for lettering, but these are the watercolor markers. And I actually bought these in the store in Blick in Seattle. Comes with a fine tip and the brush tip. The brush tip is so smooth and really nice and bouncy. I love these ones. I only have this many because they're kind of expensive. But it would be a fun splurge if you feel like you have all the brush markers already. You could just choose a few colors of this. And next is the Zebra Mild Liner brush pens. I have all of the sets. And next is my favorite all-time large brush pen ever, Karen markers. I love that Blick sells these, so you can just buy one color if you just want to try them. You're not sure if you're ready to invest. It is a big investment to buy a whole set of these, but if you just wanted to try one, you could do that and see how amazing they are. Next, with gel pens, I really love the Uniball Signo white gel pen. This one is so good, and also the Uniball Gel Impact. This one's in gold. These are the only two gel pens that I use. This one's not technically a gel pen, but it is my favorite gold marker deco color. It's Marvy, and this one is so shiny, a really bright shiny gold. I think everybody needs one of these. Next, with some random markers, if you already have a lot of the brush pens that I mentioned, these ones I really like. These are Zig Clean Color Real Brush, and it's a brush with bristles. So this one won't fray, but it is a little bit harder to control than an actual brush pen because it has bristles. And then also the Zig Clean Color Dot markers. These ones are so much fun. You could just get one color, try it out, or you can get the whole set. It comes with the dot side, the larger dot side, and then a fine tip side. And next, if you want to do watercolor, I use these water brushes. I have so many of them because I use them all the time. I have, these ones are all Pentel. These ones are Kuretake, I believe. I mostly love the really small fine brush. I use these to blend my brush pens as watercolor. And then another really cool one that you can get is the Caran d'Ache fiber tip pen. It's basically like a monoline, like a thick monoline watercolor. It's really cool. I love this one. Next is paper. So I already talked about tracing paper. I think it's just really nice to have. Next is Strathmore Bristol paper. This is my favorite paper to blend with brush pens on, and you can do a little bit of watercolor blending as well. Love this paper. And then next is Rhodia dot pads. I like these ones because it's so smooth, even just touching right now, so smooth. And then lastly would be watercolor paper. This is the most basic watercolor paper that I use all the time for bookmarks, doing backgrounds with my lettering. I love this paper. I also wanted to share these 3 pens that I have been loving this year. I got them all on Amazon, so they're not on Blick, but I really love them. So these are the Staedtler Tri Plus Text Surfer. They're actually highlighters, but they work really well as brush pens and they don't fray. I used up a whole pack of these, and this is my second set because I love them so much. Next, these ones are my Monami Live Color. There is a bullet tip and a fine tip, and I use these all the time. They just sit out on my desk like this. I love them. And next is the Monami Plus Pen 3000. You've probably seen my video talking about these. I really like these. They're not actually a brush tip. They're supposed to be just a fine tip. So it looks like just a fine tip, but if you give it a little bit of extra pressure, then you can get a thicker downstroke. This is if you like really firm, really tiny lettering. And that's it. That's my 2021 holiday gift guide. I hope you find something that you love this year. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you next time.